How's it going, my friends? Welcome back. So some disappointing news from Mortal Kombat 11. This is the first thing that's actually disappointed me because I like the way the game looks. I like the way the game feels because I've played it. And I think the mechanics behind it that they've implemented are really good. Flawless blocking, crushing blows, custom variations. Disappointing news is custom variations is now confirmed 100% that it won't be available in ranked or tournaments. And this really makes me quite sad. I'm hoping, like, the more outcry we can do, they can reverse that decision. They did it for two reasons. First one is balance, and the second one is the time it takes. So in tournaments, if people have to keep choosing their and creating their variations, it'll take a lot of time, may delay the tournaments. I don't think that's an issue, honestly. Time, I think that you can easily make it so when you select a character, you get all the moves and you just select the 3 moves you need. It's only a couple more button presses. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. So that could easily be fixed. Balance, this is something else. I mean, it may be difficult to balance them, but it's weird because they've got this amazing system, a really like natural progression from Mortal Kombat X's predetermined variations. This custom variation system that they've been showing off in the combat cast and really, making us want and like it and stuff. And then they just seem to throw their hands up and say, we're not going to balance it or we can't balance it. It's like, I thought that's the whole reason they had certain moves take 1, 2 or 3 slots so they could balance it. It's just weird that they've done so much work developing this and showing it off and making us want it and then just say we can't balance it. It's too complicated or we can't be bothered. And also, because you can play this in player matches, custom variation at the minute, why would you want to play against something which is imbalanced? Or play it yourself, if you're playing an underpowered thing or they're playing an overpowered thing, because that's possible. It just really doesn't seem to fit, in my opinion. Now, from the beta I experienced, custom variations didn't seem to be overpowered to me. People chose like good moves in there, of course. But that's a little balancing thing. Not all moves will be taken all the time. It's just a guaranteed fact. It depends on how the meta goes and how good zoning is and all that kind of stuff, But it's a real big shame and I don't like it at all. But I just feel it's not good and I want them to change it, damn it. Because I also think that because we can't get it in ranks and tournaments, it kind of reminds me of Ultra Street Fighter 4's Omega mode. If any of you played that, it's where they got all the characters and gave them really weird, crazy moves that were super fun and powerful, and you could do massive combos, and it was really quite fun. But nobody played it, really. They tried it for maybe the first couple of days, week, and then nobody played it. And the reason for that is because, well, you don't want to learn something that is not competitively viable. I definitely didn't play it because I didn't want to learn my character in a way that I couldn't actually even use. And this is what it feels like with this custom variation. No one's going to play it who's like competitive because they can't learn it and use it in their competitive scene. So really it's kind of relegated to casuals, people that come in and just play for fun, which is not what competitive people do. But they play for a different reason, casuals. Now, I don't agree that that's actually going to happen because casuals will find it a lot more difficult to do this custom variation business. I think that this custom variation system is built for competitive players and pro players that want to make sure min-max and try different things out. I think casuals will just come in and choose the preset variations they give us. So it doesn't fit there either, in my opinion. Now, we do know that they're bringing in, when the game releases, every character will get at least 2 variations. So some characters may get 2, which is a downgrade from Mortal Kombat X, but some may get more. And the only negative I can see with the custom variation system, I'll go on to that in a second. I need to set it up with, because we're getting at least 2 variations that they're planning. They said they are going to be well thought out and considerate, and they're going to really try and think about what these are. And I think the main way they're going to want to build these variations is based on archetypes. So you'll have Kano's grappling variation, you'll have Kano's zoning variation, and Kano's pressure variation, or something like that. And the negative that I spoke about with custom variation that I think might be a worry is that it kind of homogenizes the characters. So, for example, if you've got custom variation in, if I picked a character, I would pick this move, which is a good launcher. I'd pick this move, which is good pressure, and this move, which is good zoning. And then when you picked a different character, you'd custom variation your own one, and you'd pick this one because it's a good launcher, this one because it's a good zoner, this move because it's good pressure. And every character would kind of go for the same thing, and you would see a kind of blur of the lines of archetypes. And I think that might be something they want to get away from. They want to clear, defined archetypes with variations, like they did with Mortal Kombat X, probably. Where, you know, you chose this variation, you knew it was going to be like the Zony one or the thing, and you didn't have a jack of all trades, because I think that's probably what most people would do. They'd go for things which were the best, which is not a bad thing. That's okay. Not all moves will be good. But they probably don't want this sort of like blurred line of archetypes. They want to keep it very identifiable. That's probably the main reason that I think they'll probably do it. But balance, I don't agree. They should be able to balance it. And the time aspects in tournaments, I don't buy that either. Some other things is tournament organizers. Now, obviously, if they're sponsored by NetherRealm, they have to follow the rules. But surely other tournaments should be able to have their own sort of choice on whether they do custom variation tournaments. Now, the problem is, because it's dictated by ranked, that would obviously go into tournaments. I mean, no, you've got to follow the pack, and if you're a tournament organizer, you've got to follow the pack. So since they've said like custom variations, you can't have a custom variation tournament now at all, because it won't reflect when you get higher up in the tournament standings, because then it's not custom variations. So no one will learn. It goes back to that thing that no one will learn the custom variations like a mega mode, because it's not tournamentally viable. You know, I just think they've taken a lot of depth out of the potential Mortal Kombat 11 had. Hope they change it. And honestly, why would you show it if you can't use it? I think the main people that are watching Mortal Kombat 11 on streams and Kombat casts are the people, the competitive people, probably. So I don't think you should have shown it if you didn't want it to be in ranked and tournament play, and I'm quite upset about that, actually. It makes me less enthusiastic for Mortal Kombat 11, because you know there's going to be a chance that you'll get a variation, but it didn't have the move you want, and it just kind of bleh, because you wish you could just have that move. It's going to happen, of course. So let me know what you think about this. Obviously, it's a bad thing, but how much do you think it will impact the overall fun of the game? I think it's less fun, because it means that when Shang Tsung comes out, I won't be able to just have a lot of, you know, variation and tailor him to how I want. It'll be that if I don't like one of the two, if I don't like the variations they give me, I'm screwed. You know what I mean? But thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon.